numerous human rights abuses and said it was going to take steps to address these matters. I mean, what has it done?
Well, there had been partial implementations, but without a wholehearted, firm political will towards really full implementation. There is no accountability for those who committed the violations. There are violations that have continued, and whatever has been done has been cancelled by other steps that are being implemented by the authorities at the moment. So really what we ended up with, non-implementation of the Bassiouni report. There are no corrective actions, and there is no dialogue. And the dialogue is mocked and halted by the authorities this time, not by the opposition, reaching to a situation where we have now every day some clashes, and every week 1 or 2 people are dead in Bahrain.
Has anyone been charged, questioned, put on trial, put in jail, anything in relation to any of the offences? None
whatsoever. There are reports that some low-key and small-ranking or low-ranking employees are being questioned. Nobody knows where they are, what is happening to them. The fact of the matter is that the Bassiouni report said there must be high-ranking civil and military people who must be questioned, and that corrective actions must be implemented immediately. Release 700 to 800 political prisoners and prisoners of conscience in Bahrain. Start a reconciliation process and start implementing some sort of dialogue process. None of these are being implemented.
So you're essentially saying that only lip service has been paid to the idea of improving human rights within Bahrain. Do you think the will exists now to actually improve this? You say that so far there seems to have been a lack of political will to drive through genuine reform. Is that going to change, or has an opportunity been lost for good?
Well, within the decision-making circle, there are people who are pro-reform, but they're a minority in Bahrain within the political ruling circle. And the majority are not interested in reforms. Actually, there are incitements that we should go back to what we had last year, a crackdown, a brutal crackdown, and putting back the opposition in jail and doing what they did last year. So, in fact, there are people who might be thinking of reforms, but they cannot move forward because there are conflicting views on how to. Some people think what is happening now is going to lose them their privileges, and therefore they want to return to the crackdown.
So within this context and with the background of the Amnesty International report, the Formula One Grand Prix is due to go ahead this weekend. What are your views on that? Do you think it should be taking place?
Well, the Grand Prix has come at a very sad occasion in Bahrain. We're not a smiling nation. We would love to host Formula One. We would love to host every happy occasion that we can, because that is the way that we were a vibrant country with a good economy and a good society. Unfortunately, this is happening. It's shedding the light that Bahrain is divided. There is a broken social contract, and there is no political process, and there are people in jail, and there is so much suffering going on, and this cannot continue. The Formula One has taken place at this moment to highlight it to the international community. If that will serve us all well, maybe somebody will say, okay, let's start now a process whereby we could rectify it, because Formula One, it's one big occasion. It's going to come back again, possibly. There are other occasions, and maybe when the next occasion comes, we are in a better shape. Unfortunately, I cannot see things are being in place now to rectify the situation.
Okay, Mansoor Al-Jamri, thank you very much.